I am here with Scott Kalin of Kalin and Kalin Pickles, and he's going to be talking about all kinds of very interesting things. We're going to be talking about pickles, wrestling, MJF, and more. If I'm understanding correctly, you knew MJF, you knew Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You knew him when he was this young. This iconic picture of him
Yeah,
and CM Punk. You go back
he was
this far with Max. You go back to like the beginning of Max. You got any stories from back then you want to share with us, or should we move on to current events?
I would stay on current events.
All right,
I
that
would say.
sounds good. Maybe for another time. Maybe we can get Max on here someday to share some stories. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's not the sharing type though. No, maybe not. Maybe not. But that's okay. All right. So let's then fast forward. So you got this. You've known Max for most of his life. You're friends with his parents, and let's move towards when everybody found out that there was this connection. When Max ends up at the media scrum after the Revolution pay-per-view, and he comes out eating these pickles. Now, my reaction to this, I thought this was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen, because it struck me as a riff on what CM Punk did. The CM Punk media scrum being one of the most iconic, press conferences of all time, perhaps. And he was eating these Mindy's cupcakes. So when MJF comes out eating the Kalin and Kalin pickles, I'm like, oh, I kind of see what's going on here.
As transparent as possible. This was not. I didn't blame Max for that. I didn't know what he was going to do. He's been eating. He's been a fan of the pickles,
Okay.
for a long. Um, and there was no grand plan. Being honest with you, we didn't sit down and it wasn't like, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to be said. The one thing is, and this doesn't come from me knowing his family or him. This is just like a fan, like everyone else. I think whether Max is an asshole or not, I think he's a genius. He is.
Facts.
He is a genius.
Oh, facts.
And
yeah.
Nobody can say anything else. You can hate him, love him, not respect him, not like what he does, not be a fan, but you can't take away from the fact that I personally, as someone who watches, it's genius. So,
and it goes beyond wrestling. Like, this is a very intelligent human to be at the spot.
Just in general. And, we were talking and he said, just give me some pickles. And I didn't even ask, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what he wanted to do. I didn't, we went up there to visit because I wanted to see the match. And he's like, if you're coming, just bring me some pickles. And that's the God's honest truth. There was no meetings, there was no discussions, I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if he was going to take the pickles out, if he was going to eat the pickles. He just said, just bring me some pickles. And I did. And that's what happened. The one thing you can look at him any way you want, but you got to always have trust in what he's doing, because he's going to do it, and he did. And that after that happened, and honestly, that when we posted that video, we did a collab post on Instagram. It got like 3.5 million likes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a big moment. Yeah, it's
a lot of little business.
Awesome.
We were taking off on TikTok, and a lot of influencers, but this is also a totally different market, totally different group of consumers.
Yeah.
And that's when I turned around and I approached him with the idea to do these limited edition collectible jars.
Yeah.
I'm like, what no one's ever done anything like that but Weeds. But think about it. We've never done that.
Yeah. It's really pretty unique.
Nobody's ever made a pickle jar with somebody's picture on it, and it was super, super successful. And it was fun. And we get emails on a weekly basis. When we buy them again? When are they going to do more? So we're going to work on some other stuff together.
Nice. Nice. You heard it here first, guys. All right. We might have some more MJF pickles coming out.
I'm hoping he's willing to continue, and I know he had a really good time with it, and it was very successful and
Yeah.
fun. And for us, it exposed people to the product, and it actually changed some of our demographic numbers.
Nice.
It was the analytics were pretty crazy. How it changed some of the viewership of who's looking at our content coming out. So it was pretty amazing. I was unbelievably grateful.
That's just wild that he just kind of went rogue with it. Just give me some pickles.
Yeah, no idea. Like nothing. Like honestly, I've never shared that story. No one's actually asked. But it was, I know a lot of people think people don't think this stuff is so planned out and so detailed.
Yeah.
And how to get your pickles, why do you do it? And you know what? I can't even answer that.
We don't know. That story lies with Max.
It's the mind of MJF. You didn't know. But I trust what's ever in that mind.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'd be the same way. If MJF asked me for something, I'm doing it. It doesn't even have to make sense. It's fine. It's fine. Guy's a very smart guy. Yeah, that is wild that it was just like that simple. And yeah, you're right. As far as this story not being told, I've looked around for it. Like, this is like the first thing I wanted. I think everybody went to go Google, where are these pickles? What's going on? I think most people wanted to have these pickles. Like, these are not easy to get. These guys have been sold out since you brought them out.
Because of what's transpired predominantly on TikTok.
Yeah.
We've had, in December, we had a creator put something out that crippled business, like crippled it, because we weren't expecting. I got an entire year's worth of volume in 24 hours.
Awesome.
So again, small business, and that was right before everything happened. So, that just elevated everything to such a level. And at this current time, for the last 8 months, we've been doing drops. We call them pickle restock drops. Restock drops, like a shoe brand. Yeah. So our retail location is always stocked, but online we would put out a day and time. When we sold out the first time, and I reached out and said, if anybody wants to get notified for a restock, give us your email. And we got 20,000 emails in the first week, which is ridiculous. And we were doing drops, and each drop we've been opening up more and more and more, and being able to handle more and more and more. We have a subscription model that's going to launch in the next couple of weeks, and a lot of people
awesome. Okay, cool.
Doing stuff like what we did with Max was just a game changer for us.
Yeah, I could really get behind that. Like I said, like you sent me all these. I didn't find a bad pickle in the bunch. I tried 8 different varieties. So if you're doing like a subscription model, that's cool. Like any pickle you send me, I guarantee is going to be worth eating. After the media scrum, the next time these pickles pop up are on an episode of Dynamite a few weeks later, and he's got the limited edition branded pickles now, and he's just coming out. And just once again, I gotta ask, like, I think we kind of already know where we're going with this.
Zero.
Hold on, let me get you back on screen.
Literally,
So once again, you just
zero.
Hand me the pickles, man.
I sent him a bunch of jars, so he had the obviously the collectible labels, and he's like, "Hey, guys, I might do something else or something." I mean, nothing. Like, fucking nothing. Like, no idea. Zero. It wasn't even like, oh, here's a heads up. Make sure you tape it.
Oh, that's awesome. And you know what? This is what I like about professional wrestling, is that it's not planned out. Like, some of this stuff is planned out, but there's a lot of like spontaneous theater that's going to happen. And it's brilliant.
He authentically loves. He eats the pickles. He's been eating these pickles since I started. That's what's always been successful for us. That's why awesome. I've never paid a creator. All these people with millions and millions of followers post about us, that do content about us, do it because we send them pickles, not because I'm writing them.
Yeah.
And it's just authentic, because I've also found, retail location now, because we're sold out, people drive 5 hours to our pickle bar just to be able to buy the product because they can't get it online. I talk to people all the time, and I've had people come with 10 million followers, 15 million followers, and they post, and nothing happens. It's not authentic. It's not like necessarily they're
Yeah.
known for pickles or known for love food, because then it really comes off like we're trying to do a commercial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not what any of this was. I mean, it was just fucking amazing.
So yeah, now I gotta wonder if he gets this cleared with AEW before he does it, or if he's really just coming out with these pickles unannounced.
I don't ask, man. I just, the only thing I know is can't have like if you notice, I've never had AEW visually on anything.
I imagine that Max is doing this and just asking for forgiveness if he needs to. Like, look, I'm just gonna come out here. I'm just gonna cut a Rogue Pickle promo because it was so out of place. It was so out of nowhere, and you could tell. And this is what I'm glad you're verifying this. It's just out of love for the pickles. Like he just really likes these
100%.
pickles.
100%. 100%. I'm sure there's some good. I'm sure there's some goodwill because I love his parents so much. But he couldn't have done this if he didn't love the pickles.
No, yeah, that's wild.
Wouldn't have worked.
And you know what? It's true. I mean, like you're saying, like, yeah, you didn't pay me to talk about these pickles. I did not have to put out a, standalone video of me eating all these pickles. But I really enjoyed
very
them.
much appreciated.
And I was honestly excited to be eating such things that I didn't think I was going to like. And then liking it so much that, yeah, now you're talking about, offering a pickle subscription where you're going to send, random, artisan pickles to my house.
You can be able to choose. So Amazing. It's a 3-month subscription of 2, 3, or 4 jars of your choice.
Not only, I mean, like, look, if there's any picture, a picture speaks 1,000 words, and MJF prides himself on not doing stupid shit. Now, I don't know a lot of different ways to describe this picture other than perhaps stupid shit, but you got him to do this. You got him to put on the shirt, put a pickle. I mean, how does this happen?
Again,
what is this? What is going on?
I sent the stuff and said, if you would, please, I would love to have a picture that we can use. I didn't give him direction. I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I didn't know if he was going to do it. I didn't know what it would look like.
Oh, it's great.
I just said, hey, if you could please get us a good shot of something fun that we could use to promo what we're doing. And again, total taste. So, and then you end up with that, which is, what the hell is better than that?
It's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, and this is before the face turn, guys. Right now, as of recording this, we're in the middle of Better Than You, Baby, where we're getting a very rare kind of friendly MJF. But we were very much in the middle of...
I don't know how friendly. As I said, he's been an asshole since he was a little kid. But there's nothing out to be friendly about, because I wasn't asking him or telling him to do anything. I was just saying, please do it. And maybe I caught him on a good day. Some people might think that it was set up.
Yeah, I would have thought you were like, hey, come on, put on the hat, put on the shirt, man. You got to do it. But no, he's just doing this all out of, this is all 100% MJF right here. You've been sold out of pickles ever since the media scrum. And you're already telling me you might have some other plans for some more MJF branded pickles, perhaps, maybe more lines of that. Do you got any plans for any kind of MJF themed merchandise? I guess you were telling me you're doing this pretty punk rock.
I was in the fashion industry for 30 years, so I've got some pretty killer ideas.
Nice.
To do some fun stuff, but we'll see.
Okay. How about getting a shirt that said, the best fucking pickles? The phrases. I would buy one of those in a second. I'm gonna have.
I'll put it to you this way. I do have something coming out that you will want.
Okay. All right. That is very exciting. So we got some new cool merch.
I will guarantee any single person who loves MJF and has anything to do with pickles will want to purchase what I have being.
All right, that is very exciting, guys. So if you want to get a hold of this new merch that's coming out, if you want to try to get a hold of these pickles, we got pickle drop once a month. Once a month, we got a pickle drop. So if you want to get a hold of these,
Very
you got to be
simple.
in the know.
If you go to our website, put in your email, and you'll get emailed and notified. Or if you follow on our Instagram, we always put on TikTok. We post it.
All right,
But
great.
there's a lot of new, the way we're functioning is evolving very quickly because of how quickly the business is changing. The goal is to eventually have the site open full time. Problem is, if I did that right now, I would be destroyed.
Yeah, we need to get you more pickle producers. A pack of pickle producers.
You know what? It's funny. It's not just how many pickles we can produce. There's so much. Let me tell you something. 99% of everybody through this whole process gave us so much love and so much understanding and so much support. You always have that 1% of haters. Why don't you just make more pickles? You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know how to run a business. Some guy called me on the phone and he goes, "This the owner?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You don't know what the fuck you're doing." He goes, "I don't understand. How can you?" I said to the guy, I said, "Look," I said, "why don't you do me a favor?" And it's a true story. Let you buy my company and I'll work for you and you can tell me how to do this correctly.
Oh my God.
I have enough of my own headaches.
These guys sound like my comment section. I think I get one of those a day. Yeah, I get one of those a day. You don't know what you're doing. Your videos suck. You should do it this way. All right, man. Here's the keys.
Exactly. Write me the check. I'll work for you. No problem.
You got this. You're absolutely right, man. I've been doing this for 3 years. I got no clue what the hell I'm doing. You found me out. All right, guys. Well, if you want to get a hold of these pickles, the links are going to be down below. And my grave diggers are asking here in the chat. They want to see a grave digger pickle. Is that a remote possibility? Can we get a Mr. Hart grave pickle?
Anything is possible.
Anything's possible, guys. So get out there, sign up.
It's possible in the pickle world. Okay, tell all those people to get onto my social media and tell me how much they want that pickle.
There you go,
we
guys.
might put your face on a jar. You never know.
There you go, guys. So you got to follow them. You're on Instagram, right?
Instagram. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But everywhere. Instagram is the key place to go. It's just our name.
All right, great. I'll have the link down there in the comments. So check them out, guys. And at the end of the videos, we like to say grave diggers. Can you say keep digging, Scott?
Keep digging.